Listen. Literally, films and books like Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner, literally shows our lives how it is, how it may be. Literally, like, come on, y'all. Y'all say y'all love those characters, but y'all selves are the ones who didn't volunteer, who don't go against, stand up, express that shit. Feel like you don't agree, fight for what you feel you agree with. You know? You right. You know, that's not you. You know, you can't be that. It doesn't mean you can't fight for what you agree with. It doesn't mean you can't stand up. It doesn't mean those things. You know, no one's saying go and, you know, do what those characters are doing. You know, that isn't our situation. That isn't, you know, us. But to just, you know, feel that, and well, to feel just as a, such as for the art of it, and feel you love the character. It's more than okay. But to not also feel motivated and feel moved in a way where your thoughts, constant thoughts of how much you hate your life, the world we're living in, for that not to connect to this art, and for you to not feel those things and not want to fall in line. You know, for that not to be there and get to the end of, and get to the action where you're not falling in line, you know, it's just, you know, are you really understanding the character then? Are you really understanding the film, the books? Are you really understanding this situation, your situation, their situation? Are you, or why do you love the character? Why do you love the film? You know, am I thinking of why I love the film and characters and understanding the situations and kind of saying, you know, that's why others, you know, should like it and are aware of it? Or others not even thinking about it like that at all? You know, but it's like, once again, to see something is in its entirety, and for that to be the vocal point or the focal point, I mean, it's not unfair, I feel, to say that. How have you understood it without being aware of that? How the fuck is old an insult? Like, damn, the day I was brought into this world passed again. Another year. What the fuck am I going to do? Once again, creating a label, allowing others to put certain meanings and feelings and emotions behind this said label, and now giving power to that, and everyone reiterating it with the same meaning behind it. And now, old. You just call me old. You just call me old. I'm not old. You know, like I say, let's throw it out the window, no problem. But it's just with the evaluation of the certain things. Let's talk about what is. The day you appeared into this world went by. 74 times. That's it. So whatever they're trying to say to you, this and the third, you know what is. You've evaluated what they said and aren't going to give power to it. So what are we talking about? Everything we do should be a hobby. See, now we put hobby at the very bottom because, need job for money. Get a career so you can always make money, which takes up all of your time. We kind of naturally put hobby on the back burner because hobby doesn't give us what we need to survive. But we would obviously rather just do our hobbies, and hobbies is just doing what we want. You know? Rather just be doing what we want. You know, and it's like, even within that, in some situations of some people who found a way, just obviously me stating on this is no money, we're just doing what we want always, because you know we don't need the money to survive. You know, but talking within this, in this world of what is, in this world of what is, it's like, you know, some finding things they want, or finding things that they want, they what they like to do, and then they find a way to make money from it. You know, and instead of sticking to theirs and staying with this comfortability of now you're doing what you want, and you know you're covering your needs, you know your bills are paid and you're able to do more, you know, instead of just staying there and not saying not, you know, progressing or growing and this and that, but there's ways to go about that without doing certain things. But I just feel the way so many are going about these certain things, they're feeling like they have to go mainstream. They have to do, you know, these certain things to get more popular, to get more money. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole foundation of it is to do what you want. You know, and obviously you want to do what you want within the healthiest way, and that is within, you know, not just you doing what you want and making no money and now you're out on the street. You know, you're able to do what you want, and like I say, bills are paid and you're able to do extra. You know, I just feel so many has went down this path of more when, you know, they're already there, you know, and they get to this little bit of freedom and they give it up by wanting more, by wanting to go sign with a label, by wanting to go and do this, by wanting to get more exposure, by wanting to, you know, if that comes, it comes, you know, but you're just doing what you like, doing what you want, whatever that is, and that's what that is. Whatever genuine connections you have, whatever this and the third, you know, like I say, labels say you just putting out music, you know, if it's hitting ears, it's hitting ears, you know, but you aren't gonna go and do these certain things just for ears to be hit, you know, and I don't know, because then it's not just about, you know, doing what you want. You know, then it's not just about what you like for the most part. You know, it's about getting people attention. You know, it's about the money. It's about everything else. We should praise what's now in museums, not past stuff. You know, and we do with certain art. You know, certain artists put their artwork in museums or whatever. Yes, and that's what I mean as a putting present. Just need more, you know? It being that and that's it. Not being able to hold on to it. Go back. That was that moment, time period. Now it's gone. I mean, so many skilled people should be celebrated all in some way. You know, it'll also help to how to be in the now, because there'll be no later. Huge. You know, just as far as, you know, certain artists, like I say, because when they do put them in museums or whatever, exhibition, whatever it's called, you know, it's only for a certain, you know, time period. You know, within certain ones, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what it should be. You know, this is what I've created, and within whatever I'm able to put this on display, and that's it for that moment, and now it's gone. You know, like, just understand of what is helping, what's not helping. That would be helping the thing that we're trying to work towards of being, you know, present and not holding on to so many things. What isn't helping is allowing, you know, shit to stay in a museum or hold on to it for centuries or whatever. It's like, you know, it's unhealthy, you know, and so many people, you know, just with, you know, so many things have been created to capture a moment and hold on to it forever. I just don't feel it's healthy. Okay. Crazy how some restaurants prices are based off area, what the restaurant looks like, rather than the quality of the food. Understand what I am telling you. Just what I was talking about, you know, it now being all these other things instead of, you know, foundational. And instead of, you know, the quality of the food, which is main. You know what I'm saying? That is main. Now, yes, within interior, within how the restaurant looks, blah, blah, blah. Sure, we can talk about it, figure it out. Major impact? No. you know, but the quality of the food. I'm going to go back to a restaurant because the food was good. I had a good experience with the food. I'm not going to go back to the restaurant because the food was bad. I had a bad experience with the food. I'm going to go back to this restaurant because the area was nice and the restaurant looked nice. The food was bad, but the restaurant was cute. I'm not gonna go back to the restaurant because the area is bad and the restaurant looked bad as far as taste of design. The food was good, but didn't like the area. The restaurant was ugly. Didn't fail health inspection. No violations. No, passed everything. It's clean. You know, and it's like, you know, that's later. But within quality of food, is you, if you don't have that, whatever you try to build on top, I mean, what are we talking about here? You could build the most beautiful restaurant in the most beautiful place. Your food is shit. You know, so you trying to charge whatever amount of money just because you're in this area and you know they will pay for it, you know, it's ridiculous. And it's how people go out of business. Because, yeah, you got it that one time, but as soon as they left, word of mouth. They're with whoever, they say, let's go here. I heard it's nice. No, I've been there. It wasn't good. They don't go. They never come back. You got those people, though, and you got that little money. You know? Now, quality of food is excellent. You can build on top of it, and that's when we get to decor. That's when we get to all these other things. But food is the number one. Food, menu, like, it's food. And if you don't have that covered, you know, and created that foundation and continue to evaluate, work, change, grow within that food area, you know, fall apart. Like, I feel there's a surprise, then the fear comes in after, with some expressed by screaming, but it depends, because it's like you feel this jump in your heart rate and you're like, oh my gosh, you scared me. But I mean, your body is just surprised by what it didn't see coming. But I don't know. Yeah, you know, I'm still not sure, but it's like within kind of explaining, you know, like I say, when we don't know, or, you know, just find certain words for it, it's like within explaining what's going on, you know, like I say, stay there, you know, and just leave it. But just as far as the labels that we have and are using, and if we are going to use or create, you know, it's just like you aren't scared, you know? Like, something just dropped right there, and I, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm surprised. Now, when that's something that dropped, say, is whatever that I'm scared of, you know, or I have fear in, whatever, and then I look at it, and then comes the fear and being scared, and then it's like, oh my gosh, you know? But that's not a, you know, you're not scaring somebody. You know, I just talk about it because, you know, it's such a, you know, used thing just within trying to make people feel very bad within a sense, and like, oh, I scared you, or, this and that, you're so scary, or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's not what happened. And if it's not a pleasant experience, just as far as, the person you're scaring, or this and that, and they genuinely don't enjoy it, it's like, it's not cool, and stop it. There's so many things that one side enjoys and the other doesn't. And just because you're enjoying it and you feel indifferent about it, and you feel they shouldn't, feel the way they feel about it, that doesn't mean you continue. Oh, just, grow up. Just is like, it's like, what are we talking about here? And that's not cool, and there's so many situations for that. When we talk about like that, oh, that's so-called small, which, it's a situation. You know what I'm saying? And then, we go to a rapist who one side is enjoying it and one side isn't. It's, like I say, I just talk about those type of things and make those type of comparisons and situations, because it's like, if this is evaluated differently, not saying that, like I say, this isn't going to happen or certain situation, but if it's evaluated differently, handled differently with the individuals that are involved, I don't see it leading to a rapist. I don't see it. But people aren't understanding that, since this is so different than rapists, there's no connection. And that's when they go, just as far as certain rapists, what would make them do it? How do they even get there? Which I have said before too, just within, that situation. But it's like that, and this was just a situation they saw. But foundationally, when they were getting scared, that other party, like I say, told them, don't worry, you shouldn't be like this and that. And they were laughing, they were enjoying, blah, 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 where they were being, hurt and this and that. So when they get in this situation, they should enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with them, this and that. They feel fine, so they should be okay. Surprised the sky was fucking clear because majority was inside in some areas. Less air pollution. 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 Is that usually how I say pollution? Pollution. 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 Yeah. It's like, oh, it can be done. Oh, this is how it could be done. Oh. It's like, this isn't no mystery. There's been thousands of people telling, everybody ways to avoid all this, to do little things, way back then to avoid all this and to just help the ecosystem and the atmosphere and the environment and this and that, so we wouldn't get to this certain point. Yeah, it's that easy, but system, money, people just want to do whatever they want. This is like, it's like, that's where it gets all this and that, but it's definitely people. We should be handy no matter who you are. See, with this money bullshit, they got stupid jobs where people can fix your car, clean your house, fix your Wi-Fi or something. Like, that's your shit. And you won't know how to treat it or take care of it unless you're the one who got to end up fixing it, keeping it up to date. Like, we should learn those things. Like, obviously, if you have healthy relationships with people, they can help you do it. Then y'all chill and talk or whatever. But it's an interaction, not just a, you come work for me, I'll pay you, then that's it. No genuine interaction, no nothing. Like, they not even, like they not even human. Like, we got to get back to that shit. You want something done, you figure it out or call help. And once again, we all will be healthier if we did all those things. We would probably have less shit too. We would definitely have less shit. because ain't nobody coming to help motherfuckers, and motherfuckers don't want to do it themselves. You know, the ones who, you know, just are a certain way, talk to people in a very negative, unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, that's not what they're gonna do. You know, but yeah, like we're gonna have these things that are all amongst us and that we use in a certain way. Then it's like, you know, you should be, like I said, I just feel like we should be within the, like, not saying doing everything, but these are things that you want in your life and that you are going to use. You know, you should be there building the shit. You should be there during the process. You should go get it. Nothing should be shipped to you. You should, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, call for help, genuine interaction, this and that. And it is genuine. You know, it's like, that's what it should be. You know, it's too much of this. Like, we're all just slaving for each other, and we're all just paying each other. Like, that's all it is. And it's like, what is that? You know, like, there's so many relationships and interactions. There's so many interactions, yeah, and relationships, you know, between people that just aren't genuine, and they know little to nothing about each other because it's so transactional based. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, with the foundation of the money thing, it's like, with the foundation of the transactional thing, you know, it's like money has obviously been, you know, in front of us in such a huge way, you know, but it goes to, you know, you show you care for me a few times, or yeah, like you give your body up to me. Transactional. You come to me I don't know, I was looking for a certain example there, and that shit like fell out. Like, I don't know where the fuck that hoe went. But you know, just as far as like, okay, you go to this person and I don't know. I'm still trying to find what I was saying. Just, you know, I'm not too sure. But as far as, you know, say abusive type or, you know, something like that, it's like they're giving you this certain type of attention, care now and then, so you're willing to deal with the abuse because of that transactional thing that they're giving you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, within the money thing of this person just here's the money, do whatever, and not being genuine with you, you're willing to put up with that type of attitude or whatever because they're giving you money, you know? And it's like, with those type of situationals coming from that foundation, you know, it's definitely not healthy, and definitely why we are where we are. You know, the lack of genuine, you know, connections, and the lack of, you know, genuine conversations. You know, it's like I say, you know, where I'm at my job, it's like, you know, I try my best to have genuine conversations, you know, obviously within the situation, and there might be a line in it, but it's like, with those customers that are coming in, like, you know, I remember what they want, you know, I remember the conversations that we had, I remember the, you know, and it's like, they feel that comfortability. They feel like, oh, they know me. Like, oh, we're cool. Oh, like, it's like, and it's like, that's comfortable and that's welcoming, and that's genuine. It was like, and like I say, it's a lot of people, and it was like this one person came and, it was like, what I want, and I was like, because like I say, there's so many people and there's so many things to just kind of remember. And like I say, it pops up more obviously when you see a face and kind of this and that. But I couldn't get it. But they were like, they were like, I wanted extra sauce. And I was like, okay, like, cause you know the menu for the most part, and like you can just like extra sauce, you chop so much off with knowing that, okay, extra sauce, boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, okay, now I remember. But it was like, without that extra sauce, it was like I wouldn't be able to even think about it or get it or this and that. And it's like, it was just crazy. And it's like they were eating with some other people. And then I also heard it was like, because when they were talking over there, the person was like, yeah, oh, you're just going to get the same thing I want. And then they said, what it is. And then I was like, okay, yeah, so what is that? But it's like, obviously I wanted to figure it out. And if I didn't, then it's, obviously would have expressed that and asked, because it's like, what am I going to do? Not, and it's like, but it's just like, you try not to do that because they love that comfortability of definitely coming in, with their co-workers or whoever, and then just walking up and what I want, and it's just like, it's definitely, it's definitely cool. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely like, and then that opens up more conversation time because it's not a, telling, what you want or trying to figure it out or asking, all these questions about it or blah, blah, blah. It opens up more conversation time and, we get to talk, catch up, whatever. And it's like, it's genuine and it's cool, and it's not this, I'm paying you, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I take care of them type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, niggas gonna get shit for free. They gonna get shit for the free, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, and it's not like I'm on like dumb shit, but it's like, some shit here and there, I got you, you good, don't even worry, tight, like, come on. When y'all go see naked people in museums, what the fuck are y'all admiring? Crazy, some shame people for showing their bodies, but those same people either don't give a fuck about the people in the museums or admire it. Oh my gosh. Can't believe they just have no self-respect for themselves. Just show their body out on, the interweb, out on the internet, and that porn is just disgusting. Those people are just horrible people. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I just can't believe they out there doing that. Yeah, I went to the museum the other day. Man, those sculptures are something else. And the one had the penis, and it was like, they had the the booby showing, and like what are we talking about here? It's just so odd. Just once again, we'll go look at naked people in the museum, but when it comes to these other people who are just showing their body to others, it's a fucking catastrophe. Why is that? And it's like, within situational, sure, let's evaluate, but within your foundations and what you're talking about, even within Yeah, foundation of what you're talking about is like, you know, that's just wild. You know, and like huge on the, and the some who rah rah about, you know, the porn or whatever, you know, don't even give a fuck about the ones in the museum. It's like naked, naked. You know? Like when you go to other places, almost everybody does speak their language. And with what I was saying, some of them will be interested in other languages and will learn language. But we must also be interested and should learn other languages. Because you go over there, they can speak some English. They come over here, we have no idea what they saying. I mean, that's really specific to certain areas and people, but macro, I don't know. Just feel it. Just feel it can be way better. Yeah, you know, and it goes to what I was talking about last video, I believe, of, you know, the papers and just kicking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you're here. You know, that's what people get that, you know, certain type of mental from. You're here. You got to speak this language and this, and that. Because only people who are so-called here and legal or whatever, you know, speaks English and blah, 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 you know. And it's like, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely not cool, and it's definitely so unwelcoming. You know, and as far as languages, yeah, like I say, you know, there's no way, you know, minimum, and this is just to start, you know, there's no way everybody shouldn't know at least 2 languages. You know, like there's just no way. You know, and the fact that it's just, you know, when you're less experienced or whatever, you just taught, you know, the one language or taught English, you know, but you got these kids who are being brought up, you know, within, say, here, and, you know, gotta know English, and obviously within, you know, parents or whatever, you know, definitely want them to know Spanish, you know, and it's like, you know, they're teaching them both, and they know both, and, you know, it's just, like, we're accustomed in chilling, which is actually affecting us negatively, I feel, within barely doing anything, not knowing languages, having everybody conform to our ways instead of, you know, exploring and trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're working, you know, really hard. They know, you know, multiple language. They, you know, and it's like, they out here, you know, bending over to do everything they can. And it's like, for what? You know, obviously within, like, that shit shouldn't be happening, you know? Y'all don't understand. Some niggas not eating. Some 7 looking out for themselves. Shit seems so easy where some of us act, but shit hard, bro. And we just going on thinking it'll change eventually. Yeah, they'll die. That's the goal. They'll die or go deeper into slavery, which is having a job. That's what they want. You don't want to be a slave? Then what are you to us? You know, so you're better off dying. You know, that's the mindset of it, you know, because only, you know, a few or whatever are able to, just within certain shit, are able to go and, you know, disconnect from this shit and not be a slave and live very healthily. You know what I'm saying? And when I say few, I'm not saying, 10, obviously, but just within the ratio of how many, and like, come on. But it's like, but that's what it is. It's just so wild, just how so many places are so different, than with just the understanding of where you're at and you see that, and it's like, with 2 months of pay from your job could do a lot for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's definitely crazy, and they out there on the, where they at, and they trying to sell shit to, have food for the day, because they haven't had food in 4 days. So they trying to get their first meal in 4 days. But they not making enough. The shit that they selling, they not even able to sell all of it. And them selling all of it is them meeting the goal. So they not even meeting their goal. And their goal is little to nothing. For the ones who can see, seem to use sight so terribly. One example, we think things are dirty or clean, sometimes by our eyes, because we allow that to ease our minds. There could be a plate with food on it. I can rinse it and dry it, then it'll so-called look clean. But obviously it's not clean. Then could do the same thing, but could leave a little food. Oh my gosh, plate dirty, like it's odd. Y'all like clear skin is healthy skin. And skin with what y'all call acne is unhealthy skin. Why? Y'all have no idea if it's healthy or not. Just convince yourself that's what is. Once again, all in mind and all about you. Huge. It's like you walk into a restroom and you smell piss. And you think dirty, they're not cleaning this, blah, 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 blah. Without evaluating, thinking to a certain extent that, okay, or let me just tell you what is. Go in there and smell piss, dirty, blah, blah, blah. I'm not using this restroom. Now, what is? 10 minutes ago, they just deep clean that motherfucker. 5 minutes ago, somebody just came in there and pissed. After they was done pissing, they got up, didn't flush the toilet. So now within this restroom, and let's say it's small, the restroom now smells like piss because there's this piss that's been left in this toilet for, say, 4 minutes. That's why it smells like piss. It's not dirty. It's none of those things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's odd for you to try to connect those things and then to just say that. And it's like, I used to use that against motherfuckers. Like, at one of my jobs I worked at, they wanted to say cleanness, whatever. We was slaving, doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I told them, I was like, motherfucker, just listen, cause I was like, just go get that Clorox bleach and just spray that bitch in the air. They gonna think it's the cleanest shit ever. Cause if you just tidy some shit up, make it look so-called clean from what they thinking is clean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, then, it's clean. They go in there, smell bleach. Oh, this shit is clean as fuck. Yeah, All right, let's go home. Type shit. You know, but within what I'm saying, there's no such thing as something looking clean. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's, you know, because what's clean? You know, there's no such thing as looking dirty. You know, because what's dirty? See, because that's the thing. Y'all go and say, you know, because it has this food on its plate, it's dirty. And y'all are using that as the foundation, dirty, and saying whatever is the opposite of that is clean. So I spit on the fucking plate, wipe the bitch off with a fucking my shirt. No more food. The opposite of food on the plate. So now it's clean, yes? It's dangerous. You know, and it shows how much we actually are willing to withstand. Because, woo, you know, within just talking about certain shit and the shit we share, you know, within restaurants and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, don't tell me y'all think it's new plates and silverware every week. Fuck me. You know, but hey. You know, and obviously there's, you know, within all this shit, more evaluation into it. You know, but it's like, you know, there's no way we can just continue to go about thinking that way. Once again, it's the humans. Words are just that, words. It's what we do with them that fucks everything up. The stupid ass meanings behind. Meanings and the stupid list y'all give with each word. Like, I feel the words should mean whatever we want, depending on who and different understandings. But y'all just get so negative with everything and create a terrible vibe with shit. Y'all do just make and create a terrible vibe with shit y'all do. Just make life so fucking lame trying to understand everything. Huge. Just make life so fucking lame trying to understand everything. Like, it's like, bro. Like, all this shit don't have to have a label. All this shit don't gotta connect with this. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, understand shit situation. It's like when it comes to the shit that actually, you know, would allow you to be healthy and would be positive, then you're nowhere to be fucking found. Then, oh, this person is doing too much. Now they trying to do this, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what people gotta understand. It's like I say this, and they go, any and everything. It don't matter what you talking about. You doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say that within this shit and all the videos I did, you know, I'm probably doing too much and trying to connect. And, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you gotta understand situational shit. You gotta understand foundational shit. And it's like, if you there and that's your mental on that shit, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? I know where your mental is at, but then you just thinking that and saying that. You know what I'm saying? Can you evaluate work change? Oh, of course. You know, I'm there. Let's sit down and let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, be aware of that's where you're at. And that's the area you definitely need to work on, you know? But it's like, you know, when it comes down to, you know, me talking about somebody who's looking at some shit in a museum and admiring it, and somebody who fucking seeing somebody show their body online and trying to demonize them, then it's like, yeah, bro, that shit is a fucking problem. Yeah, that shit connects. Yeah, that shit is unhealthy for your mental. Yeah, you shouldn't be speaking about someone like that and this and the third. Like, you know? But it's like, y'all trying to say because, you know, because their voice sounds a certain way that they're gay. You know what I'm saying? Or their voice sounds a certain way, so they're attracted to so and so. You know, what are we talking about here? You know, and that's where I'm at with just trying to understand everything. You know, and just creating shit so there can be an understanding. You know, when it isn't actually thought out and it doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, like it's just about, let's just talk about what is. Like, that's all I'm saying. Just talk about what is. This is what is, and let's go from there. You know, but what isn't that they sound like this. That isn't what is, because one doesn't have to do with the other. It doesn't. It doesn't matter those few situations you were in where they sounded like this and they were attracted to so and so. That's what is for every human being. It's ridiculous. You know, it's like I talked about that one time where her fucking wife and her fucking husband made a video, and the husband of the wife, I don't give a fuck if these other situations where it was a husband and wife and that husband turned out to, the wife turned out, I don't give a fuck. Within this situation, you felt the need to say the husband, first of all, wasn't attracted to the wife, did fucking love her, and was attracted to men. I mean, that's ridiculous. Off of a fucking voice. That's it. Off of you taking prior situations that isn't correlated with and connected with them in any way, shape, or form, taking that and using this for your guide for their situation within that fucking 30-second video. It showed nothing. Nothing. Like, y'all do separate shit early. Y'all do separate shit early. Like, girls get ears pierced 3 weeks. 3 weeks fucking old. Boys gotta wait till 18. Situational, but you know. Then it's like, see, look, honey, all girls have earrings. No, son, earrings are for girls. You know? That's how you shaping the mental early. That's how you get into less experience and taking advantage of that less experiencedness early. That is how. You know? These are the things that are happening. These are the things that are set in place and that majority are doing within a way and feel a certain type of way about it, and why it's pushed and why it works so well. Because majority is doing it and feels similar about it. It's not about the ears being pierced. It's not about the girl and the boy. It's about majority feels this type of way about it and goes through with it. That is what is. You know? But it's ridiculous that we give so much power to some fucking needle going through a fucking earlobe, a fucking piece of your skin, and putting an earring in it. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. If anything, fuck them. Take them bitches out, fuck them. Fuck earrings. Like, I don't know. Like, but you're not gonna sit here and take this so-called girl and put her in a fucking chair and make somebody put fucking needles through her fucking ear. Through their fucking ear. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's too much force happening at such a less experienced time. There's too much advantage being taken of the less experienced one. You know, that's why so many of y'all get so enraged that those forced and those taken advantage of moments didn't fucking prevail what they felt inside. You fucking hate it. You tried to force them to be this something and force them to be attracted to this something and force, manipulate to be the way you want. And it didn't work, so you fucking hate them. You hate it. That is why. Anything that's connected, share a same label, you hate them too. Because of you. It has little to nothing to do with them. It's you. You feel you failed because of what you've been told and what you feel within surround you of when you grew up and where you grew up. That was right. That's what was. That's what you were told is the okay. And now you have something that is different. And because it is different from that, whether it's healthy, unhealthy, you feel you failed. You get angry that they're different. You punish them because they are themselves. See, with this human being, you're able to see the up closeness and what goes down in certain moments. See, but with these people you were surrounded by in those times and people you interacted with, you weren't able to see what went down within households, within their rooms, within the thoughts that they have. They didn't share those with you. They put up a front. They're different too. We're all different. See, but within this person, they trusted you because you said they could trust you. So they opened up, they expressed. And you now know these things and are aware of these things. And what did you do? You disown them. Because your mother called you and disowned you. And told you the only way you allowed back in this family, if you get rid of that faggot, it's the only way I'll take you back. And instead of staying with this human, you got rid of the transgender. Your dad called you and said, you adopted an Asian, a Hispanic baby, never speak to us again. Your grandmother called you and said, you married a white man? You having a white baby? You not my grandchild no more. Where do we sit with that? Humans of all different types, with different biases, with different hatred within, with different feelings about a certain shade of a human being, with different indifferent feelings about where someone is from. With all have experiencing being born a certain shade and treated a certain way. Well, that's where they learned it from, of course. Within being treated that way, they now treat others in a different way with the same foundation. That's how they know how to treat others. Watch Catch Me If You Can. You'll learn all about how confidence can convince anybody about anything. Huge. Confidence. You know, I remember, because it stuck with me. I allowed it to stick with me. I remember when I was in elementary school, and I don't know what we was doing. We was just, for some reason, going around asking about, or asking about what computers we know of and what brands or computers we know of, and this and that. And obviously with my knowledge, then I thought the computer was the monitor. So within, asking that question over there, I looked around, and obviously other people are going or this and that. And then I looked around and I see ViewSonic. I see ViewSonic on the monitor. And then when I'm called upon, I say ViewSonic. ViewSonic. Boom, ViewSonic. Said it. Fast. Said it like it was nothing. Said it like I known about it for ViewSonic. Teacher was like, I never heard that, but you said it so confidently, I'm gonna believe you. Stuck. Cause it's huge. And obviously, like I say, within Catch Me If You can use it in unhealthy ways, within a certain extent, but within your truth and exploring that truth and being able to express that truth so confidently is very important and healthy. And it's like within that Catch Me If You Can, it's just can see the foundation of, that confidence and how, you can create how you want to carry yourself and how you want to express your truth and go about, expressing that truth in yourself. Fuck titles. Just fucking care about people. Express kindness. Then it won't matter if you have the title of a parent, a boss, a stranger, a friend, whatever. Treat others like a human being and don't think that title holds you back from doing certain things. Huge. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, human being is just so universal, so bear with me, but I mean, that's it. Treat them with kindness. It doesn't matter. You know? And like I say, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't, oh, you're so-and-so. Oh, and whole changes within rude to kindness. Why is that? Or within, you know, calm, chill to now trying to be overly. Why is that? There's, understand situational of things, but within a now your boss now walking in and now you're fucking, you know, McUppity because they're the boss. You know, the only reason they act like that and walk around like that is because when they're around others, they fucking do that. They get all uppity and shit, and you know, they're accustomed to feeling that way when entering the room, you know, when talking to others, when dealing with certain people, you know, and they're so in themselves within that role and their title and how others should treat them. You know, y'all are allowing it and creating that for them and allowing them to be comfortable within that way of being. See, you know, it be so just, you know, funny in a way just within when, you know, how somebody else's boss, but they're not your boss. So just when they try to, you know, tell you something or speak to you a certain type of way or feel you should be whatever, and it's like, you know, like I say, funny in a way, but also odd because it's like, you know, that's very unfortunate that that's their way of thinking because they're the boss. They can treat their own employees like that, and to see that they've become so accustomed that they think everyone and everybody should treat them that way. You know, and like I say, I just, you know, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, it's unhealthy. Some gotta understand if people don't really know about certain shit, they can't really get impressed to a certain extent because they don't have knowledge on it. And another level is when people actually have experience in it and know what it takes or how hard it is to do, they impress huge. You know what I'm saying? Like skating type shit. Motherfucker do some shit. You don't know what it's called. You don't know how hard it was. You don't, you know, you could know what it looked like and like, oh damn, that was cool. But it's like, you know, motherfucker next to you like, cool, they just did a blah, 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 blah. That shit is like never been, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, they on that type of level because the knowledge that they have on the knowledge that they gained from themselves of, you know, doing certain type of research and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's not this person who thinks it cool should go and do that research. And it's not that person, obviously within that person should, you know, be rude or express rudeness or negativity or things of that nature, you know, but within a reaction like that, I mean, that's cool. What do you mean? They just, you know, and it kind of educates them and, you know, obviously it's within the moment and things of that nature, and that definitely isn't expressing rudeness, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's going to be two different people. It's going to be, you know, two different knowledges within the area, you know, and that's more than okay. And you have to understand that with certain people and understand certain audiences and audience members. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, put out a song and, the shit is, just like, you know, Eminem type shit, just as far as, so many people saying this and that. Like, brother, it's just within your knowledge, you just, not there within that level that motherfucker is on or was on within that song or this and that. It's just like bro is on a different level and saying shit that, if you know, if you don't, that's tough, you know what I'm saying, within the beat, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, it's just, but you can't go, that shit sucks, fuck you. You cannot go, that shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's too many elements to music where, like I said, it's just, that shit sucks. Like, that's too wild for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you didn't understand it. You just, wasn't really, clicking with you. Like I say, you didn't get what the lyrics meant, or, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing fly over my head. I know this is that. This shit was just trash. It was, you want to do all that. Then it's like, what are we talking about? Because you sit down and evaluate them lyrics, my nigga, that's a fucking story, my nigga. I mean, it gets tough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, connecting shit, words. I mean, shit is different. Niggas' wordplay is definitely, different, and, like I say. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you make beats and shit like that, like you can hear a beat and you'll know this, like, come on. You fucking, like I say, I was be watching tennis and shit, like you out there, you know how hard that shit was to hit. You know how hard that was to do. You know that they could have done it. You know, when they did this, like, oh, that shit was impressive. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on. Y'all call the truth ugly because y'all don't like it. Some think the truth is beautiful because they like it, for the most part. Huge. You know what I'm saying? I accept my truth. You know what I'm saying? And within other situations, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand that's the truth and that's what is, If I don't like it, for the most part, understandable. But this is the ugly truth. This is nah, bro, it's just the truth. And like I say, they say truth hurts. Truth can hurt. What is can hurt, but it's about what you do with it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, not running away from the truth. I'm not, don't tell me the truth, lie to me. Like, man, I'll be damned, bro. I was lying to protect you. I just lied to you, so I just lie. What the fuck? Like, why are we living in lies? Why are we going through time lying? You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth, and what comes of that is what comes of that. But how can we go anywhere if all we're doing is lying? How can anybody become of anything when it's all made of lies? The foundation is lies. But the truth is, that's healthy relationships. That's genuine shit, and that's not you kind of being in this, left in this moment or in this loop or playing this game, of lying, of feeling one way, but saying you feel another way, or not expressing truth because you're afraid of so many things. And it's like, you wouldn't have to go through it by yourself. That person is right there with you. And it's like the worst of the worst that you feel is that person won't be there when you express your truth. But it's like, now you know. Rather than living in this fantasy that is going to come to an end. It isn't real. It isn't the fullest of what can be. It's like, you're playing a demo or something, a trial, and everything isn't unlocked, and it's a limited time. Stop the ladies first. I know it seemed right within this day and time, but it shouldn't matter who you are. We're all human and should be treated kind. Someone who identifies as a woman can hold the door for someone who identifies as a man. Like, it's odd to think like one should pay, hold the door. Like, it's not a role thing. You share. Huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm behind 15 women. Let me run to the front and open the door for all of them. Fuck me. Like I said, you're going to hold it, you're going to hold it. You're going to pay for it, you're going to pay for it. But like I say, once again, it's this things like that are being implemented of what you're this, or you should do this, and I'm this, or whatever. You do this. You don't do this because you're this. Or it's ridiculous. You want to do this, you do that within a certain extent, but it's about the person, it's about the individual, who they are, There's no pre-things, there's no pre-things with people off of just the shade of their skin and the body that they have. No, a woman actually doesn't have to have a child. No, they don't. They don't. I don't know. Another example of some of y'all being like, oh my gosh, racism is so wrong. You shouldn't judge if you like somebody for the most part of the shade of their skin, which is true. But then those same people will go and judge if they like somebody for the most part off their body type, which is wrong. Slimmer people shouldn't be seen as more approachable, as a better person. And people you feel that are bigger shouldn't be seen as someone who doesn't take care of themselves, who's unapproachable, less of a person. Everybody human, And it's like, yes, bro. They get those stares, they get those looks. Like they see it. That y'all feel that they are disgusting. Y'all say these things that y'all feel that they are disgusting, less unapproachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, people lose weight and fucking, it all comes out and they think it's like a joke to say about, their past weight. You look so much better. Oh my, I'm so glad you lost all that weight. Up, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh wow, really? Yeah, okay. It's ridiculous. Once again, it's not about who you are. It's not about what you look like. It's the person, bro. Like, we're constantly missing it. The person. It's about the person. Who is that person? You don't know. So why can't you go up to them? Because they look this way, because they're that, because it's ridiculous. They're slim, so they're automatically hot. You know, it's like slim is hot, fat is not. Regardless of how you want to say it, that's what's been put out in so many fucking ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even understand, bro. Back then, you know, obviously even now, but back then, bro, models fucking starving themselves, unhealthy, stick. I mean, if you had a belly, you're oversized. You're an oversized model if you have a belly, you know, back then. I'm not talking about like a fucking, no, a little fucking like, just a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go over, it's just a little something. You're oversized. A little meat, you're oversized. Because that's what's so of what was and what was accepted. And even then, it was still oversized, fat model, blah, 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 blah. You know, if they're going to be a model, they're a model. Like, the whole thing to me about modeling and what it should fucking be is the fact that they are different, that they are them. Within healthy and comfortable, yes, you know what I'm saying? That's within anything and everything. You know, but they're them. Not they're all this fucking so-called body type. Not they're them, bro. I want their face. I want their body. I want the way they walk. I want them. I don't want to fucking, you know, conform them and mold them into something I want. I want them. I want to see them. That's it. That's it. I can't see them. I see what y'all have created. I see this Photoshop and all this makeup, and you know, I know them for this body, but for some reason in this picture, it looks slimmer. Why? Why is that? Why do they look lighter in this photo? Why? They're way darker than that. It's ridiculous. Off of a little rain and thundering. Shit that's connected to one fucking thing. You know, that one thing cuts off, and all this shit that we've created in technology and blah, 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 all is fucking useless. And people think that's some shit, please. A lot of people can tell you some stories of a lot of shit. Whole fucking life flipped upside down 10 times over. Ripped their whole life apart. Evaluate, work, change, grow. evaluate work, change, grow.